Freaky Table is brought to you by Nikki Hits Beauty Studio, Bona Musadi, Douala, and Jungle Hall, Boya.
Hello everybody and welcome to Freaky Table. It's your girl Joan Gomba, Yana and Ko are joining me in the house. But before we continue, we just want to welcome Yana back on set. The dude has been off due to COVID. And he's here now. He beat COVID and he is well and fine. There's no need for social distancing and masks.
Why is my coffee? Now you're trying to show symptoms. I'm free. Man of God, I'm free.
Amen. Hallelujah. Yana, welcome back. Yana, welcome back. Forget about this man.
Because he says he's free.
I have my certificate.
Where is the certificate?
I just forgot to bring it out. I've shown you guys and the people.
You know that guy excuse away for the FGC.
My father said I should repeat because my points were not enough.
Yana, welcome.
Thank you.
How was it though? I mean, we're so worried for you.
Everybody was worried, man. It was terrible. I mean, like, first of all, the way it attacks you, it feels like every normal disease. And I like to think of COVID like the Olympic Games of diseases because you have cough, you have catarrh, you have headache, you have fever, everything. Then it picks like the most prominent ailment you're suffering from. It comes like that. So it feels familiar, but then it's really, really not it.
So yours was erection. The most prominent.
I'm not a sex addict like you. Everybody knows. I'm a baby boy, but then I'm not a sex addict like you.
You're an infant boy now.
No, I've lost weight, but then still keeping the swag and everything, you know. The
I see
attitude.
you're channeling your inner Mr. Leo.
Who is that?
Leonard.
Yeah, the food. But yeah, it was really terrible. The first 3 days were really horrible, especially the first day because, I got tested and then I had to go back home. And it just made me realize the sense of responsibility. You've always been responsible because I've always been wearing my mask, but then you feel a little bit more responsible because of how it spreads. So you go home, I had to really, I'm moving on the road and
Judging away from
people. Like, okay, I'm not taking a bike. I have to move home, get home, take your medicines. Then the third day, I got a little bit better. Then, I was basically transported out. I was basically shipped to Boya because the family said, no, you cannot stay in Douala. You have to come back home.
You might die.
You never know. This guy was saying, I'm not told everybody. You're not going to carry sick.
A carrier. Don't carry that stick.
I got better. My answer was like, where you miss die. I'm like,
but truly, it's nice to have you back because there's this new wave of COVID here and a lot of people are dying. I'm wishing them strength as they battle.
with the COVID.
Yeah, and also it's also the experience. It's been crazy. The fact that you have to be in the same house as people around the compound because I was not in the main house, so I had to stay in the adjoining building outside. And my mom really had to go through the whole struggle because I couldn't
feel like a dog.
Yes, that way. So I felt like that, but then with the perks of having to have the just the perks of just being in a comfortable space, and it really got me thinking because the whole process of your mom coming to give you food, and she had to leave my food on the staircase and go down and have to come and collect it. She literally run. And each time she puts my food there, she apologizes. She's like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "No, mommy, I understand. It's none of your fault. I'm sick. I understand." She felt a sense of. She felt a bit disturbed that her son has to go through all of this.
Like she's not there.
Yeah, she's not there. And then she has to really put on the staircase because to her, putting your food on the staircase for you to collect, she's not really sick
like prisoner.
Yeah, like it felt like a prisoner. But then
you can imagine what a lot of people.
Yeah. And then you're left in what you're left with is your thoughts, maybe internet and everything. And it's just crazy experience.
And for you, also your body lotion.
Not all the same. We are happy that you're back. You're well.
You.
I wish every other person who is suffering from COVID at the moment, please.
It's been crazy.
I don't know.
And I had a combination of pharmaceuticals and traditional medicine, so I don't know what healed me.
I don't know.
You just know that everything works.
What is that erection at the end of the day?
My prayers healed you.
Naturally, that caused me.
All right, so while you were away, there were so many things happening online, which was really crazy. Top of the list, the award season is started in Cameroon, and everybody's very excited. Our artists are picking up awards left, right, center, including the dead ones. But the thing about it is that there's so many, the good, the bad, and the right, because in as much as these awards are good, they're giving opportunities for artists or entertainers to be celebrated and awarded, There are also some people who find it very strange that some categories under some awards were not just sounding right into people's ears. But well, we're here to discuss some of that.
Yep.
Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you. You didn't die. You're back.
I mean, it's a compliment to my immune system.
Elong is here. Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good. Whatever. So Elongish, were you nominated for Canal d'Or? Because I mean, you started that singing career. How is it going?
So we started so many careers.
Well, I've not dropped my EP.
Hey. Oh, you're a TikTok singer.
Wait. My EP drops.
Oh, thank God.
It will be a sweep.
You and Valerie are here.
Yes.
What
Valerie, EP didn't have suffer.
I mean, things were happening. Canal d'Or, the list of nomination was dropped September 15th on TV, Canal d'Or. And, you know, it has caused a lot of controversy, discussions, all sorts of comments on social media, people pissed off. It's now being attached to the whole regionalization of the Anglophones, just a lot. But when the nomination, did your favorite artists make the nomination list?
Yeah, a few.
Okay.
Of course, a few made the
cut.
The cut, yes. So it was nice to see it.
Yeah.
Some undeservedly, like one of my favorite artists is Daphne. I don't think she deserved a nomination.
She herself thought she did not deserve it. She
accepted.
So I think she always, as she says, she always get nominated. Sometimes it's cloud chasing for the organizers of such awards. Yeah.
All right, so you have, there are so many, congratulations to everybody who's been nominated. We wish you all the best. On October 30th, we hope the best man or woman wins. However, there are some people who have said they are not going, they are not attending the Canal d'Or.
Yep.
Ada Akenchi, Cameroonian music video director, he says that he's not attending the Canal d'Or despite the fact that he picked up one nomination for Best Music Video. And he says that the reason why he's not going is because Magasco wasn't nominated. I felt like that was just not fair to Magasco. But his wife has been nominated, so I don't know how that goes. But anyway, Ada Akenchi saying he's not going. And you had so many people. Kanya Kwai, the mayor now, but Cameroonian actor, director, and producer, he says that it's not fair on Anglophones, especially for the fact that The Fisherman's Diary did not get even one single nomination.
Saving Bango too.
Saving Bango did not. Goddess Fongwa not getting. Caro and Kopis were absent. So it was a bit weird. He says that he's not. Danny Green as well was not nominated. So Kanya Kwai, Nabil Fongo, there are a couple of Jews near. So many people, saying Don Chiwele also called it in a very interesting name, which I don't want to call on TV. Askia also wrote something about rappers being ignored and snubbed almost like this.
Which was very bad. And she says rappers should expand, their territory.
We're seeing her expanding.
Like Cameroon is too small for them.
She has a new song with Zitra coming up, so hope that it's going to pick up in nomination. But however, just the whole thing going, people saying that they are not attending. This is the whole Urban Jams Award coming to life on the bigger scale.
No, I mean, if people were dismissive of Urban Jams, those were for very personal reasons, sometimes with the organizer, not necessarily in terms of the award and its award categories. With Canal d'Or, Canal d'Or is not arguable. It is the biggest award that we have for in Cameroon for entertainment, for the artistic industry. So it is the biggest. So it's a big deal to get nominated on it. It's a big award because it has a lot of political support. It has quite a lot of financing, funding than any other award. So the scale is very massive. However, Canal d'Or's history is one which has always been troublesome for Anglophones particularly, and I'll get to the Anglophone issue. But I particularly, when I got the nominations, I was like, it wasn't strange. Canal d'Or seems to be like that person who always wears the same clothes.
And you're like, hey, this guy, but maybe it's just a coincidence.
So every 2 years when it comes to a wedding. So to me, it wasn't. I wasn't surprised because I've always been of the opinion that awards are a reflection of their academy.
Right.
of those who constitute the award, especially the nominating academy.
Okay.
So, if your academy is made up of the same types of people that in terms of culture, in terms of geography, in terms of consumer patterns, in terms of language, is the same type of people, it's not inclusive.
Yeah.
There's no diversity in it. And so I tell people this is not necessarily an Anglophone problem, but that it's a problem of inclusion and diversity. That if you have people of the same kind of people, these people might not know what is happening in other parts of the world.
Which was the major? Because I remember quoting Kanye, I said it's a hit on Anglophone crisis. That's what he wrote. But the thing
On
about
Anglophone entertainers?
on Anglophone actors,
Yeah.
that's what he wrote. And then you're looking at the list, like it is very obvious that there are people who numbers don't lie.
Yep.
Like I was having a conversation with an insider of the Canal D'or committee, and I was like, numbers don't lie. Capiz World Entertainment, their numbers don't lie. It's not like something that somebody has to imagine that, maybe we should just give these people because no, they have the numbers. You give best web series and Capiz, they are not there. It's very strange. Like, how come?
I don't want to transmit the wrong message that we're looking at just numbers, right? Because numbers are a reflection of maybe the work they put in. But sometimes numbers may mislead. Like Nyango Do the Soup had a big song, but it doesn't really mean the song really reflects our culture. But we should at the quality.
It's a good song.
I mean, I was trying to be nice, but anyway, it doesn't really, we're looking at the quality of the content, right? How it reflects culture, how much it tells our own stories. Because if you're going to nominate anybody, it should be how much do they bring to the cultural diversity of the country, not just the diversity, but how do they reflect the culture? And Capiz have been able to do that for a long year, consistently. You understand? So them not being nominated is a failure.
How did they miss that?
It's about the media space. No, the thing is, to be honest with you, when especially at work, when we're discussing about going out campaigns and who are we going to pick, I can swear when you look at the media space, it's like two different media spaces, culturally wise even. There are stories that happen over there which you hardly know of except when you're actually going in to investigate and carry out and just know what's happening there culturally wise. So we exist in two different media spaces. That's something we need to acknowledge first.
Right.
The media is not harmonized enough to say, you have content from here and content from there. That's the first thing. And in any country, if the media doesn't reflect the country properly, you're always going to have the same issues coming up over and over again. Because also in the space, in terms of content, in terms of language, you always have data difference. Only those who are bilingual can consume content on both sides and know what's happening. Those who are not bilingual, you speak to them like, who are these people? You understand? But then we are bound to almost at least watch it once because of how much the content travels. You understand? But then there's certain cultural nuances, maybe in the delivery of the content or in the jokes that we may not get. But at the end of the day, like Alonge said, how your body is inclusive. Because if you have somebody who understands how the culture moves in this side of the country, they say, these are people who are making waves right now. And these are the people who are really doing what is reflective of the standards of our work.
Jules Nyase, I think somebody was like, so in all of that, like the committee and everybody, nobody mentioned Magasco. Meanwhile, Jules is like, Lady Pons got nominated, and one of the songs that actually brought her up was Nyang Nyang, which is Magasco's song.
Yeah.
So how come she was nominated and the person who owns the song is not nominated? And so these are two people, Jules Nya and Ada Kenji, bringing up Magasco's name. Like, what is it about Magasco that Canal D'or missed out this time? Because I think
that they really missed out because it's a snub to me when it comes to Magasco, because Magasco is not even the type of person, he breaks through the media speech that you're talking about. So whether French or English, he's there. He's omnipresent. So I don't see how they can miss that. I know awards sometimes miss. They are sometimes you get huge snubs.
Yeah.
The consoling thing here is that you see people actually coming up to say, no, but this is a snub.
Yeah.
But when you make yourself the arbiter of culture like that you give awards, you really have to have a pulse on what is happening.
Yeah. True.
Like you cannot miss it. Yeah. And I think that perhaps they have a ready-made list of artists that they want to award or they want to nominate. Because we're going out loud, I said, but Daphne.
Yeah, Daphne.
She's ridiculous.
Politics, she's there. Why is she there?
question.
You know,
But you know, there's also something. If you look at those nominated, there are two things which I find.
oh, by the way,
problematic.
Francophones are also very pissed.
Yes, they are.
about it.
Yeah, they are. I mean, lying on my bed with all the pains. I was going through I became really intensely active on Twitter anyway, looking at the comments I was reading, and I was laughing because they think the same thing happens every after 2 years, which is a problem in terms of how they do the whole award ceremony. I mean, in 2 years,
it's
a lot of time for things to happen, and the way culture moves really, really fast right now, especially with digital media, where that's what really informs culture in real life, or rather, influence is not informed, but influences culture in real life. So you're nominating people in those 2 years. And then by the time you're in the second year of the nominations, what they've done has already died out, and other things have taken over.
Exactly.
And
We don't expect things in 3 months.
Nyangonos FUFA
Was 20
is 2.5 years.
That's 2019, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's 2.5 years.
You got a nomination
Kameni gets for Revelation of
of the year. I mean, she did.
that
Of
was
which
also-
year?
Yeah.
That was also very
No,
good.
but you cannot put Kamini and then put Sisol in the same bracket because they broke out different years.
So there is no opportunity for artists like Fish, for Renew,
Yeah.
Saba, and all this because of the fact you have a 2 year. So to me, the foundation is that.
Yes.
You know,
The 2 years.
that the 2 years. So first of all, the constitution of the academy, but also the window
Yeah.
for it. And it's not clearly defined which
Yeah.
months even are they taken from which month to which month.
And also, it's not consistent. You expect maybe the Grammys
February.
you expect the AMBCAs around March or something.
Yeah, true.
The Canada, you're like, when does it
think,
really
no,
fall?
usually,
Depending on when they have money.
Or when they need to influence the political situation of the country. You understand?
No.
Yeah.
I think usually falls around March. But because of the COVID, and then they were not sure if they were going to, if the system, the government rules and policies here would allow events to happen. That's why it did not happen back in February,
But
March.
Joan,
So
they have a media organ, Canal D'or, right?
Yeah.
You have the biggest cultural and award ceremony in the country in terms of entertainment. That's news. This is happening for this reason. And because we as a media are taking responsibility for the social medias and everything, that's what we are doing. I mean, these people work in
But even then, awards have been able to hold.
online adapting. It shows
Even
virtually.
But even the ones that have happened, with people physically, it's social distancing.
Yeah.
You don't need to. You can invite only the people who are nominated for the award. There's enough social distancing.
there's proof of that. There's proof of that. Look at the CAF draws.
Yes.
So you don't need.
But I also
think it's money.
that takes me down because I mean it's not like back in 2018 I think you wrote an article after the Canal D'or 19 after the Canal D'or event, which that year was like a little bit inclusive because I mean we had a lot of English speakers, English artists. But your article, you made it a very nice article. It had a lot of points, but one of the points that possibly highlights over here was like, it's like we're doing a favor to the Anglophones at that time. So now, 2.5 or 3 years down the line, it's like we're going back to 2 years before 2019. So how does that article, is that implying, how does that
not that they were doing
apply?
a favor to Anglophones, is that they were able to factor in, because Anglophone, Daphne was deserving of the award she got.
Yeah.
So they were not doing her a favor. But that Anglophones were able to be factored now into it because of the socio-political climate. You could not be tone deaf.
Yeah.
And this award has a lot of political power backing it.
Yeah.
And so they understand. This is we are in 2021. The crisis is waning. Maybe it's now that they have just started taking Amanda, but it's waning. So obviously, they might not be quite attuned with it. But the award itself is not attuned with anything. Like, it's not just the Anglophone thing. I'm not saying they should create and they should do affirmative action where Anglophones must be giving nominations because they are Anglophones.
Yeah.
That itself, it throws away merit. No, I'm saying that if Magasco is deserving of a nomination, I'm saying as an Anglophone, I'm saying Daphne is not worthy of that type of nomination. You see, even within categories where you have only French people, there are French categories like the one with Morel Blanche in it. That some of them are not even.
But there's something interesting here, though. Like Eloge said, it's it's a reflection of the whole structure, because you find that these are people who don't really understand what they are doing. I'm really out of the whole Anglophone
English,
thing.
Francophone.
Yeah, I'm more about the nominations itself.
Yeah, but
because
you should get something.
yeah,
The reason why this becomes an Anglophone thing is that once you do not have them represented, then you've made it a Francophone.
No.
Or you've isolated.
I think we established that at the beginning.
Yeah,
I was trying to make a different point, because even though somebody interestingly made a point, he wrote a whole article, Jamsi, a translator, he said that it cannot really be a political thing, because it cannot really be that they are trying to make it political, they're trying to snub Anglophones, because if not, because of the fact that they have political powers backing it, or in attendance, like the First Lady, that alone is reason why they want to rather include Anglophones. So he tried to dismiss it.
It's not serious.
No, which I don't agree with. I'm just saying, like, that's a different perspective. But my point is about how they are going.
He's saying that it's not that it's not something that they want to exclude. I might agree with that, but what he backs that up with, because of the First Lady's presence,
the political backing and everything.
That's what, because we're in a country where constantly Anglophones have been marginalized in the same political system.
Yeah. So, but then my point is, you cannot nominate somebody like Diana Bully, fantastic content creator, amazing stuff she's doing.
Best comedian.
On the best comedian. Now we are looking who's a comedian?
It's a
right?
good question.
You have people who do skits. You have people who do stand-up comedy. You have people who do TikTok, But then on TikTok, you may want to call them creators, content creators, under the umbrella of content creators.
Yeah.
Because what they're doing is creating content, because their content is diverse. Diana Billy today, she's doing throwback. The next she's doing fashion. The next she's doing... So she's constantly creating content across different niches or different genres of culture, or different aspects of culture.
Yeah.
And then you mix... maybe Fringong Chalala and Tik Dengue. Like, where's the balance?
That's something that
which is crazy.
Fringong Chalala has been absent for like 10 years. And
He's been doing a lot of constant work.
Good.
Yeah.
Which is good. Congratulations to him. But however, anyway, Canal D'or is not the only awards that we're talking about. We also have CIMFEST, the Cameroon International Music Festival. It's first edition. The nomination list came out, and God help us all. It was one hell of a discussion on social media with people, criticizing some of the categories. The title of those categories were like award for excellence for fallen heroes. Everybody was like, what the hell? And they were supposed to be nominated and voted.
It felt like a reaction to Canal D'or. It felt like
and
that.
we're like, awards for consistency, awards for
the festival. I know that it had been in the works. It has been established, actually.
Yeah.
And I think that it was supposed to mirror, because the brain behind it is still like Bogi, but it was to mirror Camif. So this is like a music
version of it. Yeah.
And he had told us this, he'd even done a press conference in Boye and talked about the idea. This was before the Canal D'or.
No, I'm just saying that it felt like God of the timing.
The nominations were out. They just put them out now, on the website. They were there.
Oh, so okay, newsjacking.
Yes. So once this happened, then this went public. So in that sense, it felt like a response.
Yeah,
which would then be like, okay, we are trying to correct or right the errors
of Canal D'or.
But then,
boy, did it fail.
But then,
boy, did it fail. The thing is, with CIMFEST, it's a little bit difficult because I understand that these people are very strong at promoting culture.
Yeah.
Again, I come down to the foundational aspect of who constitutes the team.
The board.
The team. You understand? It's always that. Because I don't want an Anglophone award. Let me first of all say that.
True.
I don't want
that was very dismissive. People dismiss that on social media.
Yeah, I don't want an Anglophone. I don't want an Anglophone award. I want awards to be inclusive.
Cameroon Awards.
To be competitive, you understand?
And to be merited.
Yes, and to be merited.
Yes, because that's important.
Yeah. Again, they have that. I don't think that it is properly constituted. And that if it's properly constituted, it doesn't really reflect well. I don't know. It will be interesting.
I think one of the major criticisms were coming from the board of directors for CIMFEST.
Yeah.
It's people who are from the movie industry
Yeah.
and not the music industry. So how do you get people to start talking about music
I
and then
remember-
making decisions about? I think the only person who is like a little bit music inclined is Chichi Ladislav.
Events. Yeah.
Which is events, yeah.
You-
But the rest of the people, Billy Bob, Jeffrey Epule, Didi Bless, Gilbert himself. I mean, he's the owner of the whole thing. But the other people are like, how much music do you know? Where are the musicians?
It will
in the
be
music
interesting.
industry?
I remember I was having this argument
I think-
like 2 days ago. It's yesterday. I cannot remember where COVID is dealing with me still. But then,
Sucked out your brain.
something like that. But then I and we're debating this about the board of directors. I'm like, okay, they could have that because they're the creators of it, right? Because they're trying to do something for culture. But then get consultants, get a board which has to be the
I just
jury
think
of
that they should widen the circle.
yeah, I mean,
More
you could, I'm saying if they want to stick with that, right? That's what they're already doing. But then get consultants. That's what people that's why people hire consultants, right? You say, okay, you know what? You averse the culture on this level. What is it that needs to be done to make this better? We have the idea, but you have the brains and you have the you have the course on culture.
But then again, how did the festival not see again? It's the same problems like Canal
Yeah,
D'or.
I get that,
because
but
it's
then-
the time period. You see, they are nominating people from 2019.
Yeah.
The nomination from 2019.
So back to where we
now.
are, but then in a different language.
Again, is the same kind of problems that the award will fall into.
Yeah.
You know, you still have Kamini there as revelation of the year and all of that. We don't even know, they are not clearly defined the time periods. Then you have the ones, to me, it was really about some of the awards. I don't know what is the wording, but for something like that, which is a pioneer festival for music, what they would have done is provide a bit more explanation.
Yeah.
In terms of what they define this award to mean. If you say Fallen Icon Award, what does it mean? If you say
Best Makossa.
Best Makossa, what does it mean? It should come along because these are new categories, and these are. It feels very amorphous when you just put it like that. So people have to know that what you actually mean by that. If you say best international and they say most renowned international, like these things, you have to define
Words.
so that people know how they are, and how you got to get the people
Who are nominated.
Yeah.
Speaking of words, I've always found the word best a bit.
Well, there's a best award in the
Yeah.
world, like best footballer.
No, I get that. It's by FIFA because
Like best music video.
Yeah.
I get that. I'm just saying, like maybe I just feel like a word like video of the year because you're looking at it that year.
You're not best.
Not best because it's a bit subjective. I think generally everything is subjective, right? It's really awards, but then you need either the public voting to say it's by public acknowledgement that this is the video of the year. Because in that everybody has their best.
Or there's a team of experts.
Yeah, a team of experts like a jury. Let's say is of the year. So when you say of the year, it makes it open to say that okay,
Again, Daphne is nominated now.
yeah. So I feel like of the year is better than using the word best because I'm like rolling my eyes.
Okay, the last award, AFRIMA 2021
Yeah.
African Music Award is out, the nomination, and boy, Loco, Salatiel, Kosi, Blanche Bailey, all of them are being nominated.
And Didi and his daughters.
Yeah, and Didi, of course.
The girls.
Yeah. So they were nominated, which is so, I mean, Kosi has had an incredible 2 years, I think, from last year till now.
Hit after hit.
He's the hit, what they call it, hit maker.
Yeah. I mean,
So he's been on and on, and he's going on tough categories, best rap acts in Africa. Like he's going against, like he's going against some tough names in the continent. So,
okay, let's see what he does.
I don't know. Wish all of them the best.
You know, I think Kosi has really. I mean, he not that he has proven anything. He's just confirmed that he's a hit maker in terms of the songs, and then also how. I mean, if you listen to Kosi's songs, the lyrical delivery, man, it's like you're listening to the song Angel and then thinking of the lyrics. Like it's like you're doing two things at the same time. And
These
then
are club bangers,
and how
just
culturally
dance
relevant
songs.
it is because in his writing, you feel like you're being informed of what's happening.
About something.
Yes.
Yeah.
It feels like that. And to me, that's what we want in our music, man.
I like his music.
Yeah.
I like his music. His music feels to me.
Say it.
Yeah, it feels to be the way Katy Perry feels to pop.
Yeah.
The type of music where I listen, really entertained, then I move to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
I find his music to be hits, but not timeless.
Yeah.
So I think he's a hit maker in that sense. Like I find his music to be hits, but I don't feel like
It's going to last long.
It's timeless. It's timeless to me. I do. But it's
That's because also he's able to drop.
and perhaps that's why there is a pedigree in terms of how you can look at Salatiel and, for example, and look at
Right.
But also,
I see what you're saying.
Maybe it's also the intention in why maybe
that
he
this
himself
good
is aware of
artist,
that.
He releases hits.
But he's got a body of work coming up, an
interesting to
album.
see.
So and he's teased, I think, a single
Yeah.
from that album,
Nice.
and it's
J-
JJ,
nice.
which is really
Really
nice.
nice.
I mean, about your feelings about his music, I think I can get it because his music always feels like, okay, this is what's happening right now. I'm thinking
it's
about
very
it.
trendy.
Yeah, so it's very trendy. So by the
So
time
it's like
something,
fashion, but
yeah,
it's not like style.
Yeah. Yes.
yes, that's it.
Smart.
That's the word. Yeah. So by the time something's happening again, he's thinking about it. So you're like, okay,
It's just catching up.
Yeah, just catching up.
We move.
If I want to enjoy like in the moment,
We move. Congratulations to all the nominees
Yeah.
for all the awards. Mr. Ellard also picked up an award. I think Tizi Panchak also picked. I can't remember the name of the
awards
award.
are too many.
Pania or something
These
like
awards
that.
are
I
too
can't
many.
remember. But congratulations to every artist, every actor, producer, director, songwriter.
Fisherman's Diary was
Every,
smart.
I mean, big time.
Big time.
So,
I mean,
the arguments will continue. These awards are coming up. Canal D'or comes on October 30th. So, you guys are going to, well, possibly I'll be on the red carpet. So, besides the congratulations, I think that we all have to join in and discuss all of this. What do you think these academies should do to improve on their nomination list?
Why didn't they say?
What
I think
are they
more
supposed
uproar.
to
I
do?
think more
What are they
uproar on
supposed
social
to
media is
do?
going to influence it because these people we've seen these people adjust to social media
Yeah.
in terms of when we say no, we don't want this, we
Then
want
for
this.
that.
No, but
Yeah.
awards have done that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, the
Oscars so
Oscars,
wide.
The Oscars
Oscars
so wide.
was a
Grammy
thing.
as
So,
well.
yeah, so they had to-
They brought in more people of color and women.
because also the naming, like these are like best world music of the year. They had to really break. I mean,
What
it's
world is-
world music. They have to break it down because you cannot just throw.
Well like that.
Yeah, you cannot just throw words like that. They say.
All right, guys,
which one,
the
so-
discussion continues right there on our YouTube channel. Please join the conversation. Tell us, what do you think personally? What do you think? What's your opinion? How can these awards improve on their nominations, the process of nominating people? And please do not forget to vote your favorite artist. No, I said they win. You start again complain about nomination be bad. My artist don't win. Please vote when the voting
and help to promote if you want.
yeah, please promote our artists. Listen to our artists. I think they've improved on the sound. So and please do not forget to also subscribe to the YouTube channels at Decoded TV Show and follow us on all social media platforms at Freaky Table. Yana, Core, and me, John. See you guys soon.
And please wear your mask.
See this one. You know where
Wear your
mask.
mask.
super spreader.
You know where mask. It doesn't matter what everybody
Wear your
mask.
mask. Keep your social distancing. Wash your hands. And yeah,
Don't get intimate.
don't get intimate.
Freaky Table is brought to you by Nikki Hits Beauty Studio, Bonamusadi, Douala, and Jungle Hawk, Boya.
Contact Jungle Studios, which is located at Solidarity Junction, Boya, for all your photography and videography.
Thanks for watching the dopest TV show right now.
And don't forget to subscribe so that you can continue seeing our beautiful faces. Scratch that, my handsome face.
All right, guys, and to never miss a thing, follow us on all social media platforms at Freaky Table, Instagram, Facebook, and yeah, stay tuned.